We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of baseball on MLB Network. Game 1 here in the month of August between the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees. Now to the plate, J.D. Martinez. And we are set for baseball here this evening.
The left fielder, J.D. Martinez.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And he begins the at-bat with a knuckle curve looked at for strike one. Strike two, swinging just out in front of the slider. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball. Temperature here at the park tonight, a comfy 72 degrees at first pitch. And he fouls this one off. Now another 1-2. And a good pitch there as this is swung on and missed for the first out of the ball game. Striding in for Boston, Rafael Devers. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Pulled the fastball down a little too much there. That's ball one. Cole, he's the kind of pitcher that a lot of pitching coaches and managers really appreciate, and that he rarely issues the free pass. He's a strike thrower.
Yeah, Matty V, and I think every pitching coach and every manager loves to have a guy like this on his staff. He won't beat himself. He'll make you put the ball in play, and he's not afraid to get his defense allowed. He's a pitch-to-contact guy, and that's one of the keys why he's been able to be such a good pitcher at this level.
Under it now is Stanton to make the catch, and there are two away now. Here's Xander Bogaerts now. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Now here's the pitch. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone. And that misses. 2-1.
Hey, after those two breaking balls missed, you have to be sitting on a fastball right here.
Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. Christian Vasquez would be next if they can keep this inning alive. And we'll have the first base runner of the ball game here as that misses, and it's a two-out walk. So the runner at first here with two gone in the inning. And from the on-deck circle into the batter's box comes Christian Vasquez. Just off the outside, and it's 1-0. Now a fastball. Look out as he has to duck out of harm's way there.
Well, that'll wake everyone up. Anytime you buzz the tower like that, there's reason for people to start getting a little bit edgy.
Ball low as he's able to lay off the slider.
He's having a really hard time finding his rhythm and finding the strike zone. It's going to allow this offense to keyhole him in big situations. He's got to figure it out pretty quick.
And he may be starting to lose the feel here as that misses for ball four, and that's back-to-back walks now with two away. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Stanton has a read on it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. And that'll bring up Aaron Judge. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The right fielder, Aaron Judge.
And now a pitch on the way. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. 2 balls and a strike now to the Yankees leadoff man. And the 2-1. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. Therefore, it is Martinez, and that's the first out. Next for New York, Giancarlo Stanton.
Giancarlo Stanton.
Here comes the first pitch. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. The windup and the 0-1. And he lays off for ball one.
If you're going to have success against some of the better hitters in the game, you got to get that pitch right there. 0-2, he's almost certainly out. 1-1, he's got a chance to really do some damage.
Weak grounder back to the mound. On to Moreland, and that's in time for the second out. At the plate, DJ LeMahieu. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. Now the pitch.
Ball. Count 1-0.
The 1-0. 1-1 the count now. Here it comes. And now here's a ball hit pretty well out toward right center field. After it is Verdugo. He gets there to make the play, and that ends the inning. Next up for the Red Sox, Michael Chavis. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
Michael.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swing and a liner. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. He'll get it into second. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
That is 7. The first baseman, Mitch Moreland.
Here's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
It's not easy to get your barrel to a pitch that high. That can be an effective location as long as he keeps it above the letters.
2-1 to the Red Sox first baseman. 3 balls and a strike to count to Moreland. Full count now, 3-2. Swinging a soft liner, and this will be gobbled up fairly easily down there at third for the first out. Coming to the plate now, Jose Peraza, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. First pitch coming, here it is. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. In for a strike, it's 1-1.
Hey, I don't mind that batter taking that strike right there. He's walked a couple people early in this game. Got to find out if he can find the zone. If he wants to walk them all in, we'll take it.
Chavis, the runner at second with 1 away. A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2. So a runner in scoring position with 2 men gone. And up next, the exciting left-handed bat of Andrew Benintendi. Ball 1. Nearly got the inside, but ruled the ball.
Now you can see he's working around this guy right here. Why not? First base is open. Walk wouldn't be the worst thing in this spot.
3-0 now. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
Left fielder.
Now batting, J.D. Martinez. 2s all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course here in inning number 2. Grounded up the first baseline. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
Hey, that's not an easy pitch to hold your swing of. I know it looked like it was way off the plate. Good job not swinging at it.
And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now.
Hey, love the confidence in that pitch right there, going right after one of the better hitters on this team. Not afraid to execute.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Stanton giving chase. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll bring up the exciting middle infielder Gleyber Torres. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Lays off 1-0. And And this is just off the outside corner, ball 2.
Well, this is a spot you'd like to be in. 2-0, good hitter. He's going to turn it loose right here.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
Well, that sets up a big pitch right here, Matt, because you don't want to lose the leadoff guy in a scoreless game. It's tough to work around the leadoff walk.
Swing and a miss as he goes back to the cutter here. 3-2.
Hey, boys, you talking about getting your ace swing off right here? That's what it looks like. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
So he sets him down swinging. Torres is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Swinging a high chopper. Moreland is there. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow. That'll bring in Giovanni Urshela. They'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Here comes the first pitch. And that misses for ball 1. And a fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0. Grounded to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Digging in for his second at-bat, Rafael Devers. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Now the pitch.
Count 1-0.
With too much tilt on that breaking ball as it misses low. Devers is one of those prototypical left-handed bats that really excels against right-handed pitching. Sees the ball well coming from that side. 3-0 to him now. And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3. Now in the box, Xander Bogaerts. He drew a base on balls his first time up. From the belt, the pitch.
1-0.
These are the moments in the game that can sway it one way or another, why you get a W or a loss right here. Leadoff man on, heart of the order coming up. Guy out on the mound has got his work cut out for him.
Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1. One and 2 to the Boston shortstop. Nobody out, runner on first. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2. Changeup taken for ball 3, well below the zone. Christian Vasquez waits on deck. And look out. That's in very tight, and it's ball 4. So here's the Boston cleanup hitter, Christian Vasquez. He drew a walk his first time up. 50th pitch of the game on its way.
Ball action time.
Now the 1-0 is a fastball that misses.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
There's a strike. It's 2-1. Fly ball out toward left center field. Gardner is there, and he has it for the first out. So striding in, Alex Verdugo flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. From the belt, kicks and deals. A ball and no strikes. And Verdugo goes in front. 2 balls and no strikes.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down and away or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the heart of the plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
So here's Michael Chavis now. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third.
Michael Chavis.
First delivery to him on the way. Lifted into the air out towards center field. Gardner is there, and that ends the inning. Standing in, Luke Voigt, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
The first baseman.
Now here it comes. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball. And ooh, looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside, 1-1. Weak grounder down the first baseline. But this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2.
Ball, that's out.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out. So 1 away here with the bases empty. And up next, the left-handed hitting Brett Gardner. First pitch of the at-bat. And he lays off there, 1-0. Tunein now. The 2-0. Too high. And it's 3-0.
I love the ability to hold up right there, especially with count leverage. I know you want to get aggressive in the strike zone, but he was able to notice that that wasn't his pitch.
Striding forward now is the DH, Aaron Hicks. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Pitch out, nothing doing. Throw over to first and a dive, but he's back in there. The 1-1 home. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
1 and 2.
Hey, you know the pitcher right now, he's looking for that best friend, that double play ball. This is where you have to really be disciplined at the plate and make sure that you get a pitch that's above the knees that you can get in the air.
And another throw over, keeping particularly close tabs on him. Yankees still on the lookout for hit number 1 here. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Hicks now.
Hey, he threw that pitch with a purpose to get a double play. Good job to let it go by, though, as a hitter.
He stays alive, still 2-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Another try at 2-2. He swings at the fastball here and lifts it into the air to shallow center. Bogarts takes charge out there, and he stays with it for the second out. Here's big Aaron Judge. 0 for 1 here in the early going. He's set. Here it comes. Strike taken. The throw is not going to get him as he swipes second. He's set. The 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. And it's a ball and 2 strikes now to Aaron Judge. 1-2. Here it is. Well off the plate with the change of pace. That's ball 2. Strike 3 called as he can't get the bat off his shoulder. Side retired. New inning set to get underway, and that'll bring up a former Gold Glover, the first baseman, Mitch Moreland.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these 2 teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
This one is launched. Look at this. Judge looks up into the second deck and gone. And here's Jose Peraza.
Designated hitter.
As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. A ball and a strike.
Very rarely does a pitcher like this leave one in a location like that. That's a pitch right there he'd like to have back. He'd love to swing at that one again.
Up high, 2-1 now. Fouled off. The 2-2. Line drive to left. Stanton is there, and he has it for the out. So the bases are empty with one man gone, and with it brings the left-handed swinging Andrew Benintendi. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1. Down the third baseline. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1-2. And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down. So 2 gone now here in the Red Sox 4th. And into bat next, one of the best run producers in the land, J.D. Martinez. And looked inside, but that's ruled a strike. 0-1.
Hey, he's got great feel for that pitch right there. He can throw it anytime he wants for a strike.
And that misses downstairs for a ball. 1-1. And it's 1-2.
Hey, I got to commend him a little bit. Leadoff homer, and now he's 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning without any further damage.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the 2nd time here tonight. Into the box now, Giancarlo Stanton. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Here's the first pitch to him. I had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2.
Made him look silly with that one.
And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
So the intent of that 0-2 cutter right there isn't necessarily to get a swinging strike. If you get it, well, hey, that's great. But if you get it inside enough and he does make contact, he probably can't do anything with it anyway.
And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
Great AB up until this point. A walk right here could really just infuse some confidence into this lineup.
And that's out number 1. And that sends DJ LeMahieu into the box. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. First pitch on its way. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now. Here's the pitch. Torres will be next. And he misses, ball 4. So 1 gone in the inning here with a runner at first. And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. Has a look, now the pitch. Now a changeup to start him out, but that's looked at down and in for ball 1. And a fastball in there for a strike. 1-1. From the stretch. Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and 2 strikes here. Looked like the cut fastball there, and he got him to swing through it for the 2nd out. Digging in now for the Yankees, Gary Sanchez. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch coming. Here it is. Looked like he tried to pull it there, but he swings right through the fastball.
Hey, it's not always about filling up the strike zone all the time, every inning. He's pitching well as
a swing and a shot hit down the corner. And nearly into the hit column in a big way. Instead, it's a foul ball. Working for the punch out and the offering. Fouled away. Good changeup in the dirt. Strike 3. Vasquez is after it, and that ends the inning. All ready to go in the top of the 5th, and that'll give way to the third baseman, Rafael Devers.
Rafael.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Looked like a slider perhaps, but it missed badly, and it's 2-0. Now here's the pitch.
Not the way you'd like to start this 5th inning, falling behind 3-0 on the count. It's about time he starts throwing some strikes.
And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
The batter.
And that brings in Xander Bogaerts. Couple of walks for him thus far. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
Nice job by the pitcher right there to establish himself back into the strike zone. Would have liked to have seen the hitter been a little bit more aggressive in that situation. Usually when a pitcher throws 4 balls in a row, that next pitch you could get super greedy right down the middle.
Called strike, and he's behind 1-2. High in the air down the right field line. And foul. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
I certainly don't think there was any intention there, but when you see a fastball elevated coming at your face, your first thing is to get out of the way.
3-2 now. And he misses again as the command is definitely letting him down now. It's ball 4.
Now batter.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Christian Vasquez. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. He'll start this at bat with a knuckle curve right there, strike 1. Strike 2.
I got to count 0-2.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch.
Nope, that's a ball.
Big spot right here. That's a great pitch to try and see if you could get him to fish outside the zone. He's still in the driver's seat right now, and I'd expect something else to miss off the plate.
1 run, 2 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. Down the line and fair. That's a hit. And this will find the wall deep in the corner. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second.
The center fielder, number 99, Alex.
And the next up will be Alex Verdugo. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. And looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside. 1-1. From the belt, the pitch a little bit outside. 2-1.
His pitch count is getting up there in the inning now. He needs to get this frame over with sooner than later, so forcing contact and getting the defense involved is probably the best thing he can do.
The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a liner. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit. And no sense risking anything here as the bases will be loaded now with still nobody out.
Second baseman.
At the plate now, Michael Chavis. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. Fooled him with that one as he's way out in front. And he looks at a ball. 1-2.
Well, there's the classic 0-2 wasted fastball. Not even close to the zone. We'll see what he throws on the next pitch.
Heading out towards shallow right. Judge is under it. 1 down. And they will not try anything here, so the bases remain loaded with 1 away.
Now batter. The first baseman.
So it's bases loaded, 1 away, and that'll bring up a former Gold Glover, the first baseman, Mitch Moreland.
And that last at bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
Pulled hard, but it's foul down the first base side. Here it comes on 1-1. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Popped him up. Urshela shading to his right. 2 down. For the plate now is the designated hitter, Jose Peraza. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here.
Yeah, he hit it hard. That's all you can ask. You can't control the result sometimes, Matty. Just unlucky with the placement.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. He's set. The 0-1. That one doesn't even sniff the zone, missing very high. No contact there, and it's 1-2.
When I broke into the league, not many guys were throwing that elevated fastball with that much velocity on it.
And we'll have to leave it there, as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Settling in now, Gio Urshela, as we move past the halfway point in this one and begin the bottom of the 5th.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. If they want to get things going, how about trying to get some base runners on, or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Soft liner toward first, but no problem at first, and that's the first out. Now at the plate, Luke Voigt. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one, and we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2. Striding into the box, Brett Gardner reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. In there, 0-1.
Hey, this guy's got to be pretty proud of what he's done so far. It's never easy to pitch on the road, but to have this kind of outing in a ballpark that is notoriously known as being hitter friendly, it's been a treat to watch.
Changes up on him there, but it's 1-2. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. Here's another 1-2.
That's ball 2.
And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Zach Britton takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 53.
And that'll bring up the left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi. He went down on strikes last time up.
Leading off the ball, the right fielder.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Benintendi.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
I know that feeling. Played 14 years in the big leagues and still can't hit a slider.
Protecting with 2 strikes, went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive.
If you're on the mound right there and you're getting a swing at a breaking ball off the plate, do not be shocked if he's tucked something up under this guy's chin hot right here.
And it's fouled away. The 0-2 once more. Swinging a soft liner. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. So the Red Sox lineup turns over, and to the plate, J.D. Martinez. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. Here comes the first pitch. Now started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. Now the pitch. Looked like he was on that one, but it's 1-2.
I love the fact that this batter continues to be aggressive, but after striking out twice already, Maybe he's got to take a step back, see the ball a little bit deeper, and be willing to work deep into the count.
Line to the right side, but that's a foul ball. Bases are empty, one man out. Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. And the pitch. Hit out towards second. LeMahieu's got it. A flip from short right gets him, and there are 2 away. Rafael Devers the next to bat. 0 for 1 with a run scored thus far. First pitch on its way. In there, no balls and a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Well thrown sinker that time, down but in the strike zone.
2 well executed pitches at the knees right there, but I know this hitter's looking for something up.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Just hung in there on that one. And a good idea to hold off there as it goes to 2-2 now on the Boston third baseman.
Yeah, and if you get a guy flailing at a pitch like that, heck, you're going to go out there and throw that same pitch till he proves he can lay off of it.
That gets down, and the inning continues. So a nice job there by the two-hole hitter to extend the inning for the middle of the order.
The batter, number 2, shortstop.
In now, Xander Bogaerts, as he'll take a look at ball 1. And it's a strange line developing for him in this one. He's been walked several times. And he fouls this one off. 2 out with the man at first. Lays off the slider that time. 2-1.
That's ball
3-1 now as that misses down and in.
Man, that's one of those. How could you not swing at that one? A good take there on that pitch.
Full count now.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
And he takes ball 4 again, and they clearly just don't want any part of him in this one.
Now batting.
Coming to the plate now, Christian Vasquez. A hit in 2 tries so far. Here comes the first pitch. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. A 1-1 count now to Vasquez. Has a look, now the pitch. A splitter, but he started it too low as it bounces up to the plate. This one's down to third. He's got it, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Next will be the designated hitter, Aaron Hicks. He's set to start it out for the Yanks here in the 6th.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Behind 0-2 now. Swing and a line drive. But just foul.
Hey, that fastball caught too much of the plate on an 0-2 count.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And he struck him out. And that's 8 strikeouts thus far. So back to the top of the Yankee order. Digging in, Aaron Judge. He was sent packing on strikes in his last trip. On the ground to third. Devers gloves it. And that's the second out. And digging into the batter's box next will be Giancarlo Stanton. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Pitch on the way.
This could be a huge win for the guy on the mound if he's able to get out of this inning 1, 2, 3 and start fresh next inning with the middle of the order.
Count now a ball and a strike. Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far up in the zone. That's one you normally pop right up.
Into the corner and slicing foul.
3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's
hit high and deep out to left center field. Verdugo looks up. Out of here into the visitors' bullpen. Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. As he can't make contact and is tied up here at strike 1. It was a walk in his last trip. Outside for a ball, 1-1. And now a pitch on the way. And he won't go after the cut fastball. 2-2.
I'm seeing all the signs of fatigue right now. This is when you really have to bear down mentally as a pitcher.
And that's into the gap and should be extra bases. And he is into second with a 2-out double.
Now that the shortstop, Gleyber Torres.
And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres as he rips it on the ground to second. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Adam Ottavino is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 0, Adam.
Digging in once again, Alex Verdugo. Last time through was a base hit.
Leading off the box, the center fielder, number 99. Alex.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. In there at the letters 0-1. Now a fastball off the plate away. A ball and a strike. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
A lot of pitches away here, which is pretty much what you're forced to do with lefty batters here at Yankee Stadium. It doesn't take much to hook one out of here to right field with that short porch out there.
Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning. One man is out in the Red Sox 7th, and Michael Chavis will step in at the plate. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A little too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside. There's ball 2 as the slider dips below the zone.
2 tough sliders right there, but he was able to lay off him. Might have bought himself a fastball in this situation.
3-0 now.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
3-1.
Stealing that strike on 3-0 was important, but you don't want to miss over the heart of the plate in this situation. I gotta believe he's going to be way more aggressive right here.
And the cutter can't find the zone as he surrenders the base on balls here. Into the box, Mitch Moreland. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory.
Yeah, Matt, he's got to make an adjustment right here. His swing definitely broke down, dropped his back shoulder, and thus the result was a terrible pop-up foul.
Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. The 1-1 home.
Inside, ball 2.
Almost got him to go around, but instead it's ball 3. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
He was able to sneak that fastball by him on 3-1, so now we've got a battle on our hands.
Good battle. Count remains full. The next 3-2. And he misses again. Ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball. So it's a tight spot here. First and second, one man out, and digging into bat next, it'll be Jose Peraza. He's set, and the pitch. And a cut fastball in there for a strike. It's 0-1. A swing, and he pops him up on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here. The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. We're in the 7th inning now. The pitchers duel. 2-1 our score. And it's a called strike to even the count at 1.
1-1.
Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Fly ball to straightaway left. Stanton has a read on it. And the inning is over.
Ladies and gentlemen, rejoin with the traditional 7th inning stretch.
Colin McHugh is out from the bullpen now as he'll make his first appearance here on the season.
Number 46.
So coming to the plate, Gary Sanchez. 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Fouled off. To 1-2 now. Now here's the pitch. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Playable for Verdugo, and there's one gone. Stepping in, Gio Urshela hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out.
Yeah, Matty, but as he walks to the plate right here, he feels good building off that last AB. He hit that ball on the screws.
Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. Fouled away. Again, another foul ball. Sent on the ground out to second. He's right there. On to Moreland, and that's in time for the second out. Now at the plate, Luke Voigt. No hits to this point. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1.
He got a swing and a miss on that last pitch, but that's not the location he wants to live in against a hitter of this quality.
Two balls and a strike to the Yankees first baseman.
A couple strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at-bat, trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
Waiting on it is Benintendi, and that's the third out. Jonathan Holder is out from the bullpen now as he'll make his first appearance here on the season.
Number 56. Jonathan.
Ready to begin the 8th, and standing in is the veteran outfielder, J.D. Martinez.
Leading off the box, the left fielder.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Oh, that's just out.
Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes.
Take a step back right here. After 3 fastballs in a row, there is no chance he throws you a 4th.
And it's fouled away. The next 1-2 pitch.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
High in the air down the right field line. And foul. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one. Here now is Rafael Devers. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. First delivery to him on the way. Now a fastball on the inside corner, and he takes a look at strike 1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. Good waist pitch. 1-2.
Boy, he sped him up in this at-bat. Now it's time for the changeup. This guy's got a good one, and he hasn't thrown it yet in this at-bat.
This is on the ground over to first. And there's out number 2. Into the box now, Xander Bogaerts. It was a walk in his last trip. First pitch on its way. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
The count doesn't mean much to this batter. He's all in. He's not concerned with striking out, so he's going to get his A swing off.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. The 0-2 once more is swung on and missed, strike 3. Josh Taylor is out from the bullpen now as he'll make his first appearance here on the season. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go. And up next, the left-handed hitting Brett Gardner.
Leading off for the Yankees, the center fielder.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Rising fastball, and it catches the zone for a strike. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch.
He wasn't even close to swinging right there. That was a stone cold take.
He's set, and the 1-2 pitch. A little low. It's 2-2. And he fouls this one off. The 2-2 one more time is looked at, and the count moves full.
It's been a great job so far by the 8-hole hitter. If he finds a way to get on base, this could spell for a huge inning.
Hit to first. Moreland's there. Throw in time as he's called out on a bang-bang play at first. In now, Aaron Hicks. He flew out his first time around and then was a strikeout victim most recently. Here's the pitch. And that's cut on and missed. 0-1.
Hey, if you're able to blow a first pitch fastball by a guy, gotta believe that pitch is coming again right here.
Slapped hard the opposite way. A dive, and oh, he can't hang on.
Now batting, right fielder, Aaron Judge.
To the plate now, Aaron Judge. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Hey, I noticed pitcher's getting ahead right here. He's got the hitter down 0-2, but to this guy in the box, might want to just live on the corners a little bit more. You keep missing down the middle, something's not coming back.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes.
Well, 2 straight fastballs inside haven't put him away. So now it'll be interesting to see what he turns to.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there. And there he goes toward second. Liner toward right center. And that'll get down for a base hit. Tying run headed home. Now the relay home. He beats the tag. Safe. And we are tied here in the 8th.
Now batting, left fielder,
Giancarlo Stanton now. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Good tailing action there. It's 1-1. Possible go-ahead runs on first, 1 away. Loud contact there, but it's well fouled. The 1-2. Inside and a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That's a good pitch to lay off right there. That cutter inside. And that is a real tough pitch for hitters to lay off of. And a lot of times, if you do swing at that cutter in, you're going to end up with some firewood in a broken bat.
And he misses with it, ball 4. So the potential go-ahead run moves into scoring position now. Ryan Brazier answers the call now, looking to get this one onto the 9th inning without any trouble. DJ LeMahieu will be his first assignment here as he'll face him with runners at first and second and 1 gone. And a ball, 1-0.
There are a couple of points in every game that could decide winning or losing. This is one of those critical spots. Time to make some great pitches.
Hit hard to the right side. First and second now, 1 man out. Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball.
Big sweeping breaking ball right there. Good pitch. But if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
And he is in there. They couldn't get him at second. Throw not nearly in time as he reaches it first.
Up next for the Yankees.
Striding forward now, the Yankee cleanup hitter, Torres. And a pivotal moment in this one. Tie ball game, bases loaded, but the possibility of an inning-ending double play does still exist here. No balls and a strike to count. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2. Yankee shortstop behind in the count, 1-2.
Hey, this is a monster strikeout situation right here. A double play would be great in this situation, but I know he's going for the K. You get a 1-2 count on a guy, he's going to throw his nastiest stuff.
And a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and a big out there as the go-ahead run stays at third with 2 gone now.
Gary Sanchez.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. High in the air out to center field. Verdugo is there now to put this one away for the 3rd out as they'll strand that potential go-ahead run at third base. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Christian Vasquez. He'll step in trying to do something about this 2-2 tie. First pitch of the at-bat.
Inside, ball 1.
Rolled slowly down the third baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. Fouled off. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Hit in the air out to center field. Gardner is right there, one down. Stepping up to the plate, Alex Verdugo. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. Comes in with the changeup, and it's 2-0. And now pitch on the way. I'm no pitching coach, but it doesn't look like he's finishing his pitches here. That misses high, ball 3.
Well, he was definitely looking fastball here, and he got one. But that was good discipline to lay off and get himself into a 3-0 count.
And he lays off, ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
Now batter.
At the plate, Michael Chavis. As one away, the runner at first represents the potential go-ahead score. Double play is in order, however. Right there for strike 1. Fouled away. Now the 0-2 pitch, and he struck him out. So striding forward now, Mitch Moreland. There are 2 gone and the possible go-ahead run at first. Here's the first pitch. A ball and no strikes. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
He's going to have a talk with the umpire after this half inning. Because if he's not going to get those calls, he's got to come a little bit more over the heart of the plate, and that usually means damage done.
The 2-1 pitch. Lifted in the air to straightaway left. Stanton has a read on it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. All set for the bottom of the 9th, and set to go as the third baseman, Gio Urshela.
Third baseman, number 29.
First pitch on its way.
0-1's the count.
0-1 pitch on its way.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. Martinez has a read on it. He's got it 1 away. Now at the plate, Luke Voigt. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Ready with the 0-1.
1-1.
One out, nobody on. Hit sharply on the ground. Bogarts has it. And there are 2 away now. Ready for another shot now. Brett Gardner. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. In there, and it's 0-1. And it's quickly 0-2. 0-2. Here it is. And it's fouled away. 2 out, nobody on. Frozen on the fastball. Never had a chance, and the inning is over. Luis Sessa takes the mound as he'll be the first man to pitch here in extra innings.
Number 85.
We are into extra innings, and digging into bat next, it'll be Jose Peraza. Here's the first pitch to him. 0-1 the count. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
Hey, that's a nice take by the batter right there, but that's a non-competitive off-speed pitch. Got to do better to at least entice a swing.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. The 1-2.
Good pitch there on 0-2. Breaking ball out of the zone away. Might set up another breaking ball to see if he'll chase this one a little bit farther off the plate.
And he fouls this one off. Ready with another 2-2. And he lays off, so it's full now, 3-2.
You can certainly tell at-bats like this one frustrate the heck out of a pitcher. But you got to find a way to stay composed and execute your plan.
And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. Striding in once again, Andrew Benintendi. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. First offering on its way. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Swing and a line drive. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out. So the batting order turns over now and set to go J.D. Martinez. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Out in front of it, strike 1. The 0-1 offering. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Hey, not normally a good plan to throw 3 consecutive sliders in a row. This guy's slider is so good, I think he might throw it again.
Now batting, third baseman, Rafael.
Into the box now, Rafael Devers. As he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 0-1. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
And he misses with it, ball 4, so the potential go-ahead run moves into scoring position now. Here's the first pitch. Xander Bogaerts is in with 2 away as he takes a ball, 1-0. A ball and no strikes. This one's down to third. Throw over to LeMahieu at second, and that'll do it. Heath Hembree comes on to start the home 10th, and he's just hoping to get this one into the 11th inning. Ready for the bottom of the 10th here, and digging in is the veteran DH, Aaron Hicks.
Leading off for the Yankees, the designated hitter.
First pitch coming, here it is. And it's the outside corner, it's strike 1. Hembree was known as a short relief specialist, a guy who came in, got 1 or 2 big outs, but with the new pace of play rules, they're forcing a change for this right-hander. The 0-2 delivery. Swing and a miss got him reaching. The throw to first is in time, 1 down. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Aaron Judge. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Fouled off. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands.
That's not an easy pitch to do anything with, right? 96 miles an hour in on the hands. You almost have to be looking for that pitch to be able to do anything with that.
Ready on 1 and 2. Liner towards second, but there to take this one is the second baseman, and that's out number 2. Ready now, Giancarlo Stanton. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Martinez has a read on it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Digging in, Christian Vasquez, and he'll be the one to get the 11th underway. From the stretch. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1.
Nope.
Missed low and inside with it, 1-1. The pitch. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. And he popped him up, and that's in there, base hit. So it's a leadoff base hit to start the Red Sox half of the inning. Now time is called, and we'll have a pinch runner at first, and that'll be a wise decision as he's the potential go-ahead run. At the plate, Alex Verdugo, as he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball, 1-0. Go-ahead run at first, nobody out. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball.
Well, both of those balls have been inside, so if I'm hitting, I'm looking for something I can get my arms extended on. Probably won't come back inside for a third time.
Torres hit the bag, and the relay won't nearly be in time as he's there easily.
Now batting.
At the plate, Michael Chavis. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Gotta find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
And here's a pitch high and tight for a ball, 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes now.
I think it's about time to choke up on that bat and get that foot down. He's awfully tardy right now.
Fly ball heading for the alley. Gardner's after it, but he can't get there. This splits the outfielders and heads toward the wall. They can't make the tag on him. He's safe. They've broken through to take the lead. Tommy Kingley is out from the bullpen now as he'll make his first appearance here on the season. Stepping in now, Mitch Moreland, as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1 for 4 day. And a slider stays outside, and he falls behind 2-0.
Clearly staying away from him in this at-bat with that runner in scoring position tells me they're trying to force him to reach for something and maybe roll over on it.
3-0 to him now from the stretch. And he misses ball 4, so he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces. Now at the plate, Jose Peraza. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out of the game. Striding in, Andrew Benintendi. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here.
Yeah, pretty unlucky right there, Matty. Squared up a fastball nicely, and that's all you can do. You just want to be on time for the heater, and he's prepared for this next AB.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. 2-1. Here it is. Well above the letters with the fastball that time.
3-1 here. You have to make a good pitch on the mound. Grooving one here rarely works in your favor unless the hitter tries to do too much with it.
And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order. Hoping to limit the damage, here's the pitch. J.D. Martinez is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Grounded to short. Torres scoops it up. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. Brandon Workman gets the call from the pen, and they've saved him for the 11th as he'll try and take this one home. Set now for the bottom of the 11th, and that'll bring in DJ LeMahieu.
Leading off for the Yankees.
First delivery to him on the way.
DJ.
Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. And low. It's a ball and a strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
1 strike.
3-1 now.
Down by a run, your guy needs to get on any way he can. His mentality has to be to shrink this strike zone to like the size of a soup can. No reason to swing at a pitcher's pitch.
And the winning run will reach. It's a leadoff walk to start the home half here in extra innings. Time called here, as with the potential tying run aboard, they'll make the move to get a little more speed out there. Here comes the first pitch. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. And he takes a called strike 2. He broke out the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
The count now at 2-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And he'll strike out here yet again, as it's been a ball game to forget thus far. 4 strikeouts.
Now batting.
Digging in now, Gary Sanchez. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. And a dive, but he's back in. Here comes the first pitch. And this is taken outside for ball 1. Runners on first with 1 down. 2-0.
This is why I love having athleticism and speed on your team. You can tell the runner on first base is certainly messing with the mechanics of the pitcher.
Knuckle curve misses, and he can't buy a strike here. 3-0. And he missed with it. Ball 4. So that means now the potential tying run will move into scoring position at second.
Number 29.
Standing in, Gio Urshela, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Ball 1.
Perfect time for a mound visit right here. Just to give him a breather, a chance to collect himself and get back to work.
And that misses low and inside. 2 balls and no strikes.
Boy, this hole he's digging on the mound is all his doing. If you can't throw strikes, you're not going to be out there very long.
Boy, nothing working for him at this point. It's 3-0. 3-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
The 3-1. And he misses ball 4. So now that potential tying run scoots up 90 feet to third base.
The first base.
Stepping up now, Luke Voigt, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. And he misses inside with that one. Ball 1. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
Now a fastball gets the upper part of the zone for strike 2. And this is swung on and missed. A huge out there as the bases will stay loaded with 2 away now. Marcus Walden takes over on the mound now as he'll try to get the final out of the ball game here and pick up a save. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Brett Gardner is the batter now as he looks at a ball 1-0. 1-0. Here it is.
You can definitely tell with that foul off right there that he's picking up spin on this pitcher's off-speed stuff. Maybe expect a fastball on this next one.
And that one misses badly. It's ball 2.
He's in danger of walking in the tying run, but if he gives up a base hit, this game's probably going to come to an end.
And he comes back with a gorgeous slider there for strike 2. Last chance for the Yankees. 3-2 to the Yankees center fielder.
Gotta love a late rally, and listen to this crowd now. They are really into this.
2 big outs here, but the tying and winning runs are both out there. And he missed with it. Ball 4, and a terrible job on the mound there, as just like that, we are tied again. Here's the first pitch. Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. 1-1 the pitch. And he strikes him out to retire the side, so we'll play at least one more. On to the 12th frame in this one, and that brings up the third baseman, Rafael Devers. First delivery to him on the way. Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there. 2-0.
2-0.
Now here's the pitch. And there's ball 3.
Well, ball 3 there, and you know the Sox would love to start an inning. Hey, a leadoff walk would be a great thing right now.
That one's in there, 3-1. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Lifted the other way to left center. Stanton has a read on it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Digging in, Xander Bogaerts. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that's in there for strike 1.
0-1's the count.
He just ramps up, and here's the fastball by him. 0-2.
2 mid-90s fastballs right there that he doesn't seem to think he can catch up to. I wouldn't be shocked if he came right at him again with another good one.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. Popped him up. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Kevin Pillar, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. He's set. Here it comes. Hit hard towards center, and that's in there. So perhaps some life here with 2 men out. So he picks on the first pitch here and is able to extend the inning.
The center fielder, number 99, Alex Verdugo.
At the plate now, Alex Verdugo. as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball one. Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. Hit out towards second. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. Chad Green is out from the bullpen now as he'll make his first appearance here on the season.
Chavis.
In now, Michael Chavis, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball one. He's looking for his third hit of the ball game here. Swing and a miss, 1-1. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. Here's the 2-1. Ball three.
Well, 2 on, 2 outs, and he's got himself in a great hitter's count. He just has to be careful not to get too aggressive. A walk would be good here, too.
And that misses for ball four. So the potential go-ahead run moves over to third now.
The first baseman.
So a big moment in the ball game here. Mitch Moreland, as he'll hit with the go-ahead run at third and 2 away. Here's the first pitch. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone. A ball and a strike now. The set and the 1-1. 2 out, bases loaded. Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now. High in the air out to center field. Gardner is there. He's got it, and that'll get him out of the jam. Stepping in, Aaron Judge, and looking to improve on a 1-for-5 effort so far.
The right fielder, Aaron Judge.
First offering on its way. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike one. And I'm not sure, but it looks like he may have been blindfolded for that swing. It's 0-2 now. Shooting for that low inside corner, but he missed with it. 1-2. Got him on the good slider there. Swung on and missed as he's down on strikes for the second time tonight.
The left fielder.
Ready for another chance? Giancarlo Stanton. He flew out in his last at-bat. And they start him out away with a cold strike. Slider laid off for a ball. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Wisely lays off the cut fastball there. It's 2-1. And that's upstairs, running the count to 3-1.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
Number 14.
Stepping into the box, Tyler Wade. First pitch on its way. And a cold strike on the outside part of the plate. And he misses with it. 1-1. Even at 1-1, the pitch. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike.
Not much you're going to do with that pitch right there. You have to catch it out front before it.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. 13th inning ready to begin. And taking into bat next, it'll be Jose Peraza. First pitch coming. Here it is. Here's the 0-1. And here's a foul tip into the catcher's glove. Moves it to 0-2 now.
He knows full well he's sitting on a hat trick right here. All he's trying to do is avoid the golden sombrero.
Count is 1-2 now. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
In today's game, everybody's trying to work off the mound north-south, trying to elevate that heater. He wanted that pitch right there, but I can tell you as an offensive player, I'd rather give you 6 inches off east-west than to have you call that high fastball.
The 2-2 one more time is laid off and the count runs full. Lifted in the air out to left. Stanton has a read on it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Digging in to try it again, Andrew Benintendi. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
1-1.
The 1-0 home. Finds the zone, strike 1.
Nice adjustment out on the mound. Overthrew the first one a little bit, but got on top and let that ball rip right out in front of him.
Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
I'll tell you, he just doesn't look comfortable in the box to me tonight. He's been off balance with his swings.
Oh, and while we talked, that pitch got away and ended up hitting him, so he'll head down to first on the hit by pitch. So a runner at first now with 1 away, and that'll bring up the dangerous bat of J.D. Martinez. Here's the first pitch.
That's out.
The 1-0.
Clearly working the bottom of the zone, trying to get a ground ball for a double play.
Now the 2-0. Rafael Devers waits on deck. And he misses with it, ball 4, so the potential go-ahead run moves into scoring position now. So it's a tight spot here. First and second, 1 man out, and that brings up the third baseman, Rafael Devers. Here's the first pitch.
Good luck with that pitch. That pitch is an absolute nightmare, almost unhittable. Nasty downward action, high 80s velocity.
Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called a strike anyway. 0-2 now.
You got to go into battle mode after falling down 0-2 and find a way to work yourself back to even.
And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball. Fouled away. Ready with another 2-strike offering. Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2. Grounded back up the middle. There's one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Last half of the 13th inning set to go, and stepping up as the shortstop, Torres. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. 1-0 delivery.
Oh, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
And it's fouled away. Here now the 2-2 is taken, ball 3. Miguel Andujar is on deck. And possibly an interesting development here. It's a leadoff walk to begin the frame in extra innings. And that'll bring up Miguel Andujar. The winning run is at first base. Here's the first pitch. Possible winning run aboard here. Nobody out. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Sometimes you got to be aggressive offensively, but sometimes you just let the pitcher dig his own grave. Patience and discipline seem to be the way to go right here.
The 3-0. And that misses, ball 4. So now the potential winning run moves into scoring position where a single could end this thing. Darwinzon Hernandez is out from the bullpen now as he'll make his first appearance here on the season.
Number 63, Darwinzon Hernandez.
Here's the first pitch. Swing and a line drive. Foul. Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? To second for 1. On to first, so he comes right out of the bullpen and gets the double play. Ready once again, Luke Voigt. A 2-out hit'd win it. Fast ball or wild pitch would do the trick just as well. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup.
He struggled quite a bit at the plate in this one, so until he shows he can put a good swing on the ball, I don't think they're going to give him anything straight that he can handle.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. The 1-1 pitch. Big spot here. Possible winning run at third. 2 down. To third. Throw on to first is going to be in time, and that means 13 innings won't even settle this one as that ends the inning. Stepping into the box, Xander Bogaerts. In his last at-bat, he popped out in foul ground.
Bogaerts.
First pitch on its way.
Nope, that's the ball.
The 1-0. Check swing. No swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2. Good deception on the slider there as he's way out in front. Swings through it for strike number 2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Here's another 2-2. Again, he sends it out of play. Another try at 2-2. Kevin Pillar waits on deck. Now the 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed, strike 3. Digging in, Kevin Pillar. A base hit in his first trip.
Kevin Pillar.
He's set and the pitch. Set to deliver the 0-1. Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2.
Beautifully thrown splitter right there. High 80s down in the zone. Looks like a fastball coming, and then boom, the bottom falls out of it. Terrific pitch.
1-2 to the Red Sox catcher. Lays off. 2-2 now. 1 out, nobody on. Full count now, 3-2.
These last two guys are making him work quite a bit out there. Both have been long at bats, and All in all, he's had to make 13 throws just to them so far.
And he fouls this one off. Another full count pitch home. And he lays off, ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here. Aroldis Chapman enters from the pen now as they've saved their closer until this deep into extra innings. Alex Verdugo will be the first to greet him here as he'll stand in with a runner at first and 1 away. And there goes Pilar. Pitch swung on and missed the throw. Perfect throw, and they got him at second. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now.
I know this guy has a lot of weapons on the mound, but what makes him so successful is that he's aggressive in the zone, getting ahead, forcing action.
To 1-2 now. Two and two now with 2 away and the base is empty. Fouled off. He's set. The 2-2. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. And he strikes him out here for out number 3. So after a scoreless top half, they'll have a chance to win it here in the bottom half. Mike Tauchman will come on as a pinch hitter.
Number 39, Mike Tauchman.
They'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now. And now a pitch on the way.
That pitch looked like it could have been a little high, but he's been calling that pitch all night. Kind of rough for a pinch hitter, but I'm sure his teammates let him know that's where the zone has been.
Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
Now this is a leadoff at bat. Great patience, and he's just waiting for that pitch. That's too good to pass up.
Moreland is there, and that's the first out. Digging in the switch hitter, Aaron Hicks. He went down on strikes last time up.
And you can live with punching out with the bases empty, but in his last at bat with 2 runners in scoring position, you cannot go down not putting the ball in play. Too much on the line, too many ribby opportunities out there to swing and miss in that spot.
2-0 now. The pitch. And he swings right through it there. 2-1.
Well, he was definitely trying to end it with one swing at a bat right there, leaving nothing to the imagination. That's the problem sometimes. Everyone wants to be a hero in extra innings instead of just getting on base and playing it like another inning.
Here now the 2-2. And he popped him up. Back into foul territory behind first. There now is Moreland, and he's got it for the second out. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Aaron Judge. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Ball 1.
And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Line drive to left. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. Giancarlo Stanton will get a chance in the inning following the base hit.
Now batting, the left fielder.
Standing in now, Giancarlo Stanton. And this one's in the dirt. And no advance. It's ball 1. Possible winning run stands at first with 2 out here. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch. Well, obviously not biting on the first 2, so it looks as though they'll just go ahead and wave him down to first base for free here.
The second baseman, Tyler Wade.
Here's the first pitch. Tyler Wade stands in as he looks at ball 1 here.
Ooh, he's really in trouble, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse. This guy needs to find the strike zone in the worst way.
2-0 now. The 2-0. Boy, nothing working for him at this point. It's 3-0.
Not a good spot to be in right now. A pitcher's falling behind in the count with a guy up that hits really well with runners in scoring position.
3-1 the count now. Strike 2 called, and it's full 3-2. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner, but it bends just foul into the second deck. Count remains full. Ready with another 2-strike offering. On the ground for the shortstop, Bogarts. On to first, and we're headed for a 15th as that ends the inning. All set for the start of the inning, and Michael Chavis will step in at the plate.
Second baseman, Michael Chavis.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. And 2-0 as this one's taken low. And the pitch. 2 balls and a strike.
Gotta love a reliever that comes in firing bullets, and his fastball is a good one.
Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1. Mitch Moreland will be next. Hit in the air down the right field line. And foul. Now the payoff pitch home. And he lays off, ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here. So digging in now, Mitch Moreland, and looking to improve on a 1-for-5 effort so far. Here's the first pitch.
It's a great job right there to pull that one back, make the count 1-0, and get this defense on its heels a little bit. The number one thing, if you're going to be a good bunter, you have to get strikes.
Throw's going to go on to first, so a perfect sacrifice there as now the go-ahead run moves into scoring position here. So a big spot here, and stepping in, Jose Peraza. And he could very well get the intentional pass here, as that would set up a potential double play ball that might keep the game tied. And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. Strike taken up in the zone.
Woo, that was some gas. Triple digits on the radar gun.
Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike. Count.
In there, 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch.
Full count, 3-2.
And a left-handed batter waiting on deck, though there's a good shot he might get pulled back. This pitch is popped up. Void in foul ground, and no one can get there. It's a foul ball. Ready with another 2-strike offering. Softly on a line to third. And that's through into left, a base hit. Throw comes in quickly here, so that'll hold that go-ahead run at third now with still only 1 away.
The right fielder, Andrew.
So now to the plate, Andrew Benintendi. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. And clearly this is a critical moment in this ball game. Go-ahead run at third with 1 away. Off the plate and in, hits a ball and a strike. The 1-1 pitch.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball in play hard.
Oh, and look at this. High in the air and deep. And when this ball comes down, they'll have taken the lead. Home run. Jonathan Loaizaga gets to pitch in this one after all, as he answers the call in the 15th inning. Here's J.D. Martinez. As the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. It was a walk in his last trip. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
Interested to see what the pitcher goes to now. After getting that late hack on the curveball, does he speed him up with some velocity?
Looked like the curveball slipped out that time.
2 strikes.
And now this ball's in the air to deep right field. Racing back, the right fielder. That one's out of here. Back-to-back home runs. Into the box now, Rafael Devers. As he'll wait out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike 1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts? Now that ball is smoked, carrying to deep left. Meanwhile now, this ball's trouble as it looks like it'll be good for extra bases. And he'll reach second now with 1 away.
The batter, number 2,
Into the box, Xander Bogaerts. He'll swing and lift a ball foul off to the left and out of play. Struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0 for 4 ball game right here. In the dirt. Throw goes to third. And the throw's offline a bit as it gets by him at third. And that is going to cost him a run as he'll scamper home on the wild pitch. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And foul.
He was looking for a swing and a miss breaker right there, but left that one in the zone that got fouled off.
Nope.
That misses 1-2. Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time. So stepping in, Kevin Pillar. It was a walk in his last trip. Here comes the first pitch. That one bends into the zone. A strike on the breaking ball.
That's a tough curveball right there to stay into as a lefty hitter. That ball looks like it's almost going to hit you, and it breaks over the inside half of the plate.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Fouled away. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2.
So you'd love for him to offer at that one, but the execution was flawless. Nice curveball that starts in the zone and breaks just out.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Now to the plate, Torres, attempting to, as they say, get off the schneid here. 0 for 5 so far. First pitch of the at-bat.
Hey, there's an old saying in baseball, you need to take a strike in this spot. Well, he got one there. Now he just needs to find a way to get on.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Playable for Verdugo, and there's one gone. At the plate, Miguel Andujar. He drew a base on balls his first time up. Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Yeah, he made up his mind early to take the first pitch because that thing was right down the middle.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch.
I got a ball, 1 strike. Ball inside.
A high fastball is in there.
One of the best ways to keep a guy uncomfortable is to pound him inside. They're doing that, and this one caught the zone.
And here's a changeup in there for a called 3rd strike, and that's the 2nd out of the inning. First delivery to him on the way. Gio Urshela is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. The 1-0. Here's one hit softly down the line in left, but this is a foul ball. Here's the 1-1. Hit out toward second. Fielded cleanly. On to first, and that'll be a bitter pill to swallow for this home crowd as the ball game is over.
It's times like these that I wish we were paid by the inning. The game seemed endless, but the fireworks in the top of the 15th were enough to decide it, and they hang on for the nice road win.
8-3 tonight. Darwinson Hernandez claims the win out of the pen, his first. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasquez. Thanks for watching MLB Network.
Tonight, for the victorious Boston Red Sox, 8 runs on 14 hits. No errors. They left a boatload of runners on base. For the Yankees, 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. They left 12 men on base. Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 29 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Yankee Stadium, 47,309. The Yankees and Red Sox thank you for your patronage. Have a great evening.